What are you guys doing?
We are leaving.
Our views are done 45%.
And you don't pay us pretty well.
What? No, our views are not down. Are they? Let me check. Oh my god, our views are down. Hey, but look, our views are getting back up. Look, the last Wasted Potential did pretty well.
We are going to Nuclear Yeti's channel.
What? Nuclear Yeti has even less subs than me and views.
They forced me to go with them.
Aw, come on guys. Pfft, whatever, I don't need you. You will all be back next week. I guess it's just you and me, Grimlock. And Sideways. Which reminds me, why are you staying here? I thought you were gonna go with them.
You are my only and biggest fan.
Aw, I think I could count on you, Sideways. Alright, but we need a new team. Do you have something in mind?
I have an idea.
Alright guys, so the Fire Brothers here, and yes, our budget has gone down the hill, and we have a much smaller crew, but hey, with me and Sideways and Grimlock, nothing's gonna stop us. Okay, so a lot of you, and I mean a lot of you, have been asking me to make this video, because a lot of you are wondering, who are the extra Autobots? And now, the extra Autobots is a term I use to refer to the Autobots that never got named in the movie. For example, in the beginning, you have those KSI looking Autobots and Decepticons fighting each other. You have Nautica, which I think is the submarine. Omega Supreme, which I think is like the night ship in disguise. You have Trench, the Constructicon. That's an Autobot. You got Bulldog, the old man that's falling apart in England. And then you got the Hurricane Autobot, who... yeah. Alright, so basically, the reason why all of these characters are here is to expand the world. Now that we have a new team of writers, they're trying to like make the movies less, action and more story oriented. That's why we had the Bumblebee movie coming out. We're gonna have less character, it's gonna be more about character development. And thank God Michael Bay's not directing that movie. I'm so happy for that. That's a major plus for me. And yeah, sure, John Cena is in there, and that might raise some concerns for a lot of people, but I say let's wait until the trailer comes out, then we can judge. For now, let's just theorize and stuff, okay? Alright, so since the movies are trying to be more story oriented to fix all the negative reputation Michael Bay has done, we need a lot of extras like Autobots and Decepticons that are just there to tell us that hey, they're not only Autobots in America, there's Autobots and Decepticons all over the world. For example, in the first 3 movies, all this time we thought that all the Autobots were in America or working for Ness. As of the last night, we know that Hot Rod, Bulldog have been around since a long time. We know Dread has also been around for a... There's been Autobots and Decepticons all over the world, either hiding or doing their own thing, kind of like Hot Rod was doing, by helping Sir Edmund. I'm not gonna talk about the HMS Alliance or the Night Ship, because I believe that the Night Ship is Omega Supreme and that the HMS Alliance is basically Nautica. You guys can check that video out after you guys are done here, but I'm gonna talk about basically the others. Alright, so first we got Trench, and he's a Constructicon. He uses the model of Scrapper, one of the old Constructicons, but the thing is, I'm guessing he has the same body type. He has like different eyes, but I don't think he can merge into Devastator. Number 1, no, we don't need to see more Devastator balls. And number 2, just cause he has a vehicle mode that's a construction vehicle doesn't mean he's a Constructicon. It's like saying Optimus Prime's gonna scan a bulldozer and all of a sudden he's a Constructicon and can merge into Devastator. No, that's not how it works. Then we have Bulldog, and I guess the main reason Bulldog was there was to tell us that, hey guys, look, there's a lot of old Autobots and Decepticons that they could still be around. And I'm guessing he was also just there to showcase that, there are more Transformers all over the world and throughout history. He didn't really serve that purpose. And also the Hurricane Autobot, I think he was mostly there for comedic relief. Like, he was like, oh, you beyond bugs, I'll show you how it's done, oh, I fell. Yeah, kinda like that. By the way, I'm doing an Old Man Jeff voice soon, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, the Hurricane Autobot looks a lot like Jetfire with a few minor tweaks. And a lot of these characters that we saw in the movie, like Canopy and even the mini Dinobots to some extent, they are very similar to previous CGI features. And now this is done for good reason, basically, to conserve money, because the budget, it's limited. You already have Michael Bay with all his explosions. We had to use so much CGI for the robots, and the marketing, which in my opinion was kind of a waste, because the marketing team led by monkeys revealing, spoilers. Those guys, you don't need those guys. You need to fire those guys or not pay them at all. All this kind of stuff takes money, and a lot of money. Even the soundtrack takes money, a lot of it. That's why we saw a lot of these extra characters be reused CGI models, because you need to save money. And number two, we don't need to create a new CGI model for a character that's only gonna be there for 5 seconds. Like, we don't need to have Trench have this, totally unique model or design, because he's only gonna be in the movie for like less than 5 seconds. This is the main reason why we couldn't see all the Dinobots in the movie. I mean, Grimlock and Slug were there, so supposedly we can fill in the blanks, thinking, okay, if these two are here, then that means the other two, Scorn and Stray, must be there too, They're not just gonna be wandering around in the mountains somewhere. And we also, Mini Strafe is there, and we don't see Strafe, so that kind of leads us to believe that yes, Strafe has to be there somewhere, even though we didn't see him. And also, the Decepticons, Nitro Zeus, Mohawk, Onslaught, Dreadbot, Berserker, they were all reused models, and they didn't have any kind of major involvement in the movie. So that's why we barely saw anything from them, because it would be a waste to just have them there. It would be a waste to have unique models and end up getting killed so quickly. The Decepticon Protoforms were reused from Dark of the Moon, and towards the last battle we saw a lot of Dreads. Heck, even Hot Rod, it's a reused model of Lockdown. But at least with Hot Rod, it's like better disguised. They have the same vehicle mode, and you can see some of their parts are pretty much the same. But at least they do a pretty good job hiding the fact that they're reused models with Hot Rod, Canopy. But when they straight up reuse things like Dreadbot, Berserker, and slightly change some things like with Nitro Zeus or Mohawk or Onslaught, that's when I have a problem with. And I get why they do this, but this is like my biggest complaint with the movies. They have so many robots. You don't need to have 25 robots to make a good movie. The reason why previous shows worked and they had so many Autobots and Decepticons, those movies and TV shows worked because it was a series. Like, you could develop these characters to many episodes. But the movies don't have that luxury. There's only so much you can do in 3 hours. In less than 3 hours. And not to mention that nowadays you are barely gonna see a movie be 3 hours. You're gonna see 2-hour movies, 2 hours and a half max. And with that amount of time, you cannot have 20 Autobots and expect each one of them to, be developed. Now this is why I'm happy for the Bumblebee movie. We're only gonna see about 3 Autobots and at least 3 Decepticons. I'm still not 100% sure how many Autobots and Decepticons we're gonna see, but that's my guess. At least 6 Transformers, and that's it. No more, no less. You can develop the Decepticons, you can develop the Autobots. Let's reuse, we can see new, original characters. And this is a good thing. That's why I'm happy and excited for the Bumblebee movie. Even though John Cena, he's, meh here and there. I'm not too sure about him yet. But that's the main reasons why these characters exist, and that's the main reason why they decide to reuse those models. Overall, they just don't serve a big purpose and just there to show that there's more to the world. And if there's something good that The Last Night did, it's that it expanded the world. We got all this backstory, Transformers being throughout history, we know there's more of them throughout the world, we know some of them survived in Age of Extinction, like Roadbuster and Topspin. Which, it's a good thing, and I'm happy for it. And also, we've seen returning characters like Barricade and Megatron, so that's also a plus, and Starscream's head. But anyways guys, that's just me. Do you guys like the fact that that they reuse CGI models as long as they don't make it too obvious? Or do you just hate it that they're reusing CGI models and wish that they will stop it? I mean, it's not only The Last Night, we also saw it in Revenge of the Fallen with Grindr. So this is not a new thing, but it has been, you know, more overused, more exposed in The Last Night. Anyways guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys! You got lucky!
Bye! Have a beautiful time!